This is going to be a strange video. I'm out of jail tonight on bond. This is the bicycle. See the bicycle? This is the bicycle that my son threw at me. Okay? He threw this at me. So I tried to protect myself. I have cuts all over my hands, all over my wrists, from protecting that thing hitting me in the face. Then we walked over here. This is where I sit, and I have a cigarette. Okay? And check this shit out. He broke all my damn cigarettes. Then he tried to break my phone. So I walked inside the house. I did. I walked inside the house. I'm going to take a second here because I'm smoking. I walked inside the house. All right, we're walking up the steps. We're doing that. Going through the back door. Then he punched a hole in our wall. Okay? That's what he did. It's not the first thing he's done either. He came into my drawer. This drawer right here. He stole my lighters because he's a little firebug. Okay. Then I tried to give my phone to my mom, who is now sleeping, so we can't go in and bother her. But I tried to give my phone to my son, to my mother, so that he wouldn't break it. And then I moved her car. So let's go back outside. Okay. So now we're back outside again. Okay, there's two cars in the driveway here. All right, see this? There's two cars. This car here is mine. All right, that car there is my mom's. I moved this car out into the street. Before the police came, I actually moved this car out into the street. I was going to leave this property. Okay, I was going to leave this property. All right, I was going to take my car. That's this one. Okay, and I was going to go and stay in the back of it because it's a SUV. I can put the seats down. I got a sleeping bag. I was going to go over to the Walmart, which you can see over there. I don't know if you can actually see the sign, but it actually says Walmart. And I was going to stay there. Before I could even do this, not one, not two, not three, but see this road right here? 5 cop cars, 5 sheriff cars came and filled this area, saying that I tried to kill my son. Okay? Which is absolutely retarded. Since when I went and got him, he was living in a car with his mother, not going to school. Okay? Because the school kept calling me. So I went down to the school and I said, when was the last time that my son was actually in school? And they said, oh, about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. And then they actually said this also, that, well, even when he wasn't in school for the full month and a half, before that it was erratic. In other words, he was there for maybe a day, then he was off for 4 days, and then he was off for, another day or two. Then he came back to school for 3 days. So then I had to play sheriff detective since nobody would help me. Okay? So I went to all the friends' houses and stuff like that down in Orlando. All right? I know that none of this means anything because this is the house in Bushnell. This is where I took him. I took him to this house. Okay? This is my house. All right? I also paid for the house down in Orlando. Well, gee, when I went to the school to find out where he was, and then I went over to the house had caught fire, and half of it was burned to the ground. But nobody bothered to tell me that. So I started asking friends where, these people might have gone. There was only one that knew of somebody. Apparently, this is where his mother still lives. She has no house. But because my son decided to attack me tonight with that bicycle, he tried to break my goddamn phone. Check this shit out. I'm the one that got arrested. I had to go to jail. My mother had to bail me the hell out. Okay? And now I'm not allowed to say goodbye to my son. I'm not allowed to talk to him. I'm not allowed to do anything. I'm not allowed to text him. I'm not allowed to listen to his phone calls if he calls me. I'm not allowed to talk to his mother. I'm not allowed to talk to anything. Plain and simple. That's all there is to it. I want all the fathers to know that live down here in Florida, you have no right whatsoever down here. None. You have no rights. Okay? You have no rights. I'm sorry that most of this doesn't show the entire picture, but at least you know what I'm saying. All right? And then I was bailed out at 9 o'clock this morning. I didn't even get out of jail until, these are some of my flowers, by the way. Okay, that's what that is. And then I'm not even allowed to get out of jail until around 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. It's like, that's just the way it was. They even told my mother that. It's like, oh, it'll take about 3 hours. No, I was there for another 9.5 hours. Okay? And then it took them another hour after they already knew I was being released, okay, to actually, let us out the back door. Okay? And they didn't care how we got home. They didn't care that it was freezing ass cold out because it's only 50 degrees out here. None of us had the clothes on necessary to deal with that. They didn't care about that. Okay, so it's like some of us could have just died from hypothermia and they wouldn't have even cared. And now I'm not allowed to say goodbye to my son. I'm not allowed to give him a hug. I'm not allowed to give him anything. I can't talk to him. I can't do anything. I can't text him. I can't do anything at all. And the only reason I even made this video is because of the simple fact that I want all parents fathers especially, to know you have no